This is my tiny video podcast setup. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you everything I use from microphone, camera equipment, editing software, and final distribution to every platform. Whether you wanna start your own podcast or simplify your current setup, this video will help you do that. This setup is minimal, easy to use, and flexible enough to accomplish a variety of goals. And if you stick around to the end, you'll have a complete list of everything used and their total cost. So starting with the mic, this is the Rode Pod mic. It has XLR and USB-C connection. It's very aesthetic and looks professional, comes with a pop filter. It's half the price of a Shure SM7B and still produces high quality 24-bit audio. And then as for the mic stand, this is the Elgato mic arm. I love it because it has a low profile. You can really adjust it in any direction that you would need, which is awesome. If it's in the way, you can just store it and it's super compact. Another great option is Rode's DS1 mic stand, which is a little bit more affordable, and it will just stand on your desk and then you can put it away when you're done with it. And then I also own a Focusrite Scarlett. This is the 414 with a Megami XLR cable. This is another great option for recording. I personally like the simplicity of just the USB-C connection. For my camera, I actually just use my iPhone 15 Pro. I found that it's the fastest, easiest way to get high quality video. I just use the continuity camera feature. In this case, I just wanted it to be as fast and easy as possible. Typically, I'll mount my camera either on this Belkin monitor mount. It's just MagSafe, which is awesome, magnetic, super easy right there. Or I'll use this travel Manfrotto tripod. This is my favorite because I can put it on my desk and have the camera aligned directly with where I'm looking. So then it looks like I'm looking at the person I'm talking to, which I think is really important for a podcast. And then it's smart to use a pair of headphones. I love the AirPods Pro for two reasons. One, they're minimal, but not as distracting as a big over-the-ear headphones like an AirPods Max. I can hear my guest while also having transparency mode so I can hear myself, which is awesome. So I'm not talking too loud. At the same time, I'm not getting that audio feedback. I also add supplemental light. This is a Nanlite 60B2 with a 3-foot softbox. I love how the light's pretty compact and the softbox doesn't take up too much space. Behind me is the Falconized key light, which is a very thin profile and LED. And then that has about a 2-foot softbox equivalent. So nice soft light coming in. I use both, or you could just use one, and then they're on Cup OC stands. If you don't invest in light, it's not gonna look professional and it won't look as clean as you want it to. Now for filming and editing, I've been using Riverside. When I first considered starting my own podcast, I was very intimidated that I'd have to film and edit and create clips and do everything myself, and it would take a ton of time. But thankfully, Riverside makes it so much easier. So now logging into my studio, click go to studio, I have my name, and then here's my camera, my mic, and my AirPods. Make sure you're using headphones and select that you are. We don't want the audio feedback. And there we are on the screen. So this is giving you kind of an idea of the quality that you can get with Riverside. You can copy the link, send it to your guest or co-host. They don't have to have an account. They click it, they can join the session, which is so nice. I even like this just for video calls because it looks so good. But if this is just a solo episode, as you can see here, we can select up here whether we want to remove background noise. I personally like the sound of it on. We can also have the echo cancellation change. But yeah, then we can start recording. This records 4K video and high quality audio tracks locally. I don't know if you guys understand how cool that is. When I found out about that, I got stoked. Just the fact that it can record 4K locally. It's just it's like, why have we not done this forever? So down here you can see you have your mic, camera, speaker. You can have a script pop up, which is kind of cool, or you can change this to teleprompter if you want it like right in front of you. I love to have my camera, like I said, right in front of where I'm looking. So then when I'm looking at my screen, I can actually feel like I'm looking at the person and they feel like I'm looking at them too. This is just a quick test recording to give you guys kind of an idea of what the quality is. 4K, high quality audio through the mic. Basically, we record as long as we need to. And then when we're done recording, we can just end the session for everyone. So after we're done filming, then we can go into editing. And this is where Riverside's new editor is really nice. AI show notes, all I clicked was generate and it generated this summary takeaways, chapters. It's awesome. I also can look at magic clips and select those, and those will generate 5 different social clips that are vertically formatted. Going into one of these magic clips, you can kind of see what the editor can do. Magic tools, we can set the pace, so we can remove as many silences as we want. So we can start out really slow, or we can move it all out to super fast and it'll remove all those silences. Also enhance the audio if you want to. You can change the formatting for which type of social cut down you want to do. Add a logo for branding, the background, you have your tracks right here and you can select them on or off. With the layout, we can change whether we want this to be fill, we can have it fit, which is kind of a cool look. You can change the grid layout, add spacing if you want to. I love rounding the corners on the edges. And then for captions, this is kind of fun. You can change exactly what the format of the captions is. Obviously the font and all these different types of customizations, or add text. You can edit via text or timeline, which is awesome. So I can go in here and I can just delete that. The purple audio is Owen and the green is me. So I can quickly see on this timeline track where things are. And then obviously the grayed out sections are where those pauses were removed. If you want to add an ad read or add your own like branded intro or any media, you can do that to this. So here's where you can add recordings, edits, your media, video, or audio. So really you shouldn't need to leave Riverside Editor if you want to do everything as fast and quickly as possible while still getting a great format. Some of this stuff would take me probably hours to have to reformat everything if I changed my mind. Whereas with this, it's just a click. So you have your social clips, your main clip, you can download all the high quality recordings if you want to. And Riverside isn't necessarily just for podcasters. It's also helpful for YouTubers, content creators, and entrepreneurs that want to create high quality videos, social content, things like that. So if you're interested, click the link below the like button to get 15% off Riverside using code AustinBrady. And thank you Riverside for sponsoring this video. So now that I'm done editing my podcast, now I can export it and upload it to be distributed to every major platform. So I love using Spotify for podcasters. You literally sign in or create an account, create your show, and then you can upload your first episode. So we can create our episode and then drag our file right here from Riverside. Something that I learned too though is Riverside has actually recently partnered with Spotify for podcasters, making this even easier. So if we go into Riverside, we can click our exported podcast episode exactly how we want it. And this button right here, we can publish on Spotify, making it ridiculously easy. You can also use Transistor, which is another great podcast hosting platform. Basically, after you upload it, then you're done. So if you went with the most affordable option for all these items, your total would be about $1,065. That's excluding the iPhone. And then if you went with everything that I personally use, it'd be about $2,194. Either way, that's ridiculously cheap for getting started in podcasting. Be able to do it by yourself with an easy to use setup that you can film, edit, and distribute to every platform extremely quickly. And of course, you don't have to get all these items. This is just what I use for my own video podcast setup. Thanks again to Riverside for sponsoring this video. Visit the link in the description to get 15% off using code AustinBrady. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.